Okay, so I saw this case and I thought it was very, very interesting. Mom has an extreme lack of judgment. She's a career criminal. She keep going back to jail over and over misfortunes. In this regard, she went to jail for dealing with other people's children or trying to fight kids and all kind of stuff. But the problem that's escalated in this trial, her lawyer is on vacation. The judge initially said, okay, um, tune in, you can tune in via Zoom and we can, get this on the docket and we can get mom out of jail. The problem is mom got different holes and different bond holes. Let's say it correctly. Different bond holes in different municipalities. Not only that, she is a career criminal. So when Judge Fleischer started looking at all of her charges, he was paused like, wait a minute. It's so bad she got to charge a hole that haven't even manifested yet. They don't even know what the charge is. This is a quick case, but I want to draw it out. And I'm gonna keep saying this over and over. Once you get into the Charlotte web, right, of criminality, and you get your foot stuck on that silk of spider web, it's almost impossible for people to trust you, for you to get out of it. It's just a bad set of circumstances. And because they don't know, well, let's dive into the content. That's enough of me rambling. Let's get into that content, then we'll come back with it.
Hey, did she get the motion filed or not? Huh? So let's do this. I'm going to roll to tomorrow. And then he's going to be back here tomorrow. Aria, Day. Come on up, Miss Moss. Okay. Good morning, Miss Moss. So tell me about Aparia.
So, Judge, this is the young lady I talked to you about last week. I've been speaking to her mom. She has 3 children. I don't have my notes with me since I'm on vacation. I think they're 9, 5, and 4. She has a great job at Jack in the Box. I think she's been in custody about 3 weeks. They said they'd hold the job open for her for about a month. So I need to get her out of there kind of within the week. To be able to go to work and then turn herself into Louisiana. You said that you would give her a bond. You just wanted her present to admonish her. You were wanting for us to agree to a bond, but we've spoken, and unfortunately, I don't think we can agree on an amount. Day is asking for $10,000. I'm asking for $1,000. If just as a reminder, the case out of Louisiana is an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. It's one of those, and I hope I'm not getting the name of the company wrong because again, it's been a minute. I think it's like a U-Haul for keeping a vehicle past a certain amount of days. Her family's already in contact with the complainants. They're trying to get restitution because all they want is that, and then they'll tell the Louisiana DA's office to drop the charges. But like I told you last week, that takes a minute, but that's always what happens in all of these cases, essentially. Since it's not the most serious offense, and she already does have a $20,000 bond set on her felony case here, she's already having.
It's one thing after the other with Miss Moss. I mean, in 22, you have a felony deadly conduct. I got to imagine that she either shot at someone or had something with a weapon.
There was a gun, Judge.
What did she do? Allegedly. After that, you have a felony theft from an elderly person 3 months later. In July of this year, you pick up a failure to ID as a fugitive from justice. In February of this year, you pick up a felony injury to a child, and now you have a UUMV from Louisiana, and you want me to give you a bond?
Did you want the probable cause for that?
Yeah.
Officer responded to a weapons disturbance upon arrival. Officer in contact with the complainant witness who stated that while a basketball game turned into a physical disturbance, the 2 children assaulted minor RM, which was broken up by CW. A black female defendant, Moss, then arrived at the scene with a black-colored Springfield XDS pistol tucked into her waistband and accused CW of assaulting her 2 young children and placed her hand on her gun while stating, "I'll fucking shoot you, motherfucker, and you need to take your African asses back to Africa." Defendant Moss then called an unknown individual, telling them to pull up. A black male defendant, Hayward Trahan, then arrived a short time later and struck the complaining witness in the face with a closed fist causing pain. Defendant Hayward Trahan and stated to complaining witness, "That's for fucking with my baby mama," then left the scene in a white SUV. Officer conducted a photo lineup and the defendant Hayward Trahan was ID'd by both complaining witness and witness.
So now what happened with the injury to a child case, please?
It has been reset to July 19th.
I know, but what happened is it, she's got 3 kids. Is this involving one of those 3 kids as well?
No, Judge, it seems to be the child of a neighbor. Officer dispatched to an assault and met with the complaining witness who advised defendant came to her residence to fight after a disagreement at the neighborhood park. In the process, defendant grabbed complaining witness to a 6-year-old by the neck after the scratch. Officer observed the injury and believed that a reasonable person would be in pain. Officer also observed the juvenile to be visibly scared.
And you want me to give her a low bond, Paria?
I was just asking for a reasonable
I
bond
mean-
just to get her, I mean, sorry, go
You're a
ahead.
dangerous person, man. You know, my only concern, 2 things, right? Number 1, that you go to Louisiana, but more importantly, that my county, Harris County, is protected, right? You have shown over and over that your trigger temper gets the better of you and you end up in jail charged with a felony. And all these, it's not like these cases are from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They're all fresh. They're still going on now. I don't know about giving you a bond, Miss Moss. You scare me. I mean, I know you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but when you get out there, you turn into a different person. I'm surprised, Day, that you were agreed to a bond in this case, really. I'm really surprised that you were.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
It's okay.
we came last week. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I'm sorry. I think it was Friday. And we went over Miss Moss's case, and you specifically said that you would give her a bond and to put her on the docket. You just wanted to admonish her in person, which is why, I'll be honest, I
hadn't looked at her criminal history at that point. I
Okay.
didn't, and I guess,
because I approached
you know, and there's my mistake for speaking
No.
without looking.
Yeah, because the thing is, that's why I reached out to him. And you can see, I don't have any cases on the docket this week. I'm on vacation with my family. So I only put her on because because you said there was a chance of her getting out of jail. Is just the only reason I put the case on the docket and had her come. So if you would at the very least agree to the bond that Day agree, if you're not inclined to give her a bond, and Day agreed to a $10,000 bond, would you at least set that? I'm not sure if the family can make it. If they can't, what they'll do is just post the felony bond to trigger her 14 days for Louisiana, which will at least hopefully get her there to be able to get out in time to go back to work. But since we already went through all this trouble and then the state has agreed to 10,000, I've already informed the family that you'd agreed, since that I was just going based on what you said, Judge, when we approached the first time with the prosecutors.
Just for Jay's part, I informed him when he came back that he had discussed possibly giving bond last week, and I think he was surprised as well. So that's probably the only reason he offered the 10K.
That's correct.
I guess, let me see what conditions the felony court has put on so that we know just.
And that was the other thing I was going to tell Your Honor. Obviously, I know you're reading the PC for the felony case, but that's obviously being addressed in the felony court, and that judge has set a bond as as they see fit, that's
Okay.
actually a pretty difficult court, the 174th. So if they've set a $20,000 bond just out of deference,
What
that
judge is
judge.
that in the 174th?
It's Hazel Jones, Your Honor, and she's, like I said, she's not one to give notoriously low bonds. I've practiced in her court before.
I agree. I agree
yeah.
with you on that. Okay.
And I just wanted to, just because it wasn't addressed before, I don't know if it's already been resolved, if party already resolved it separately, but I do show an out-of-county hold as well, Judge. I don't know.
There's
and I'll be-
another out-of-county hold too?
I didn't know
and-
about that day. Let me double see if that pops up in my system. I didn't know about that. Hold on.
Okay. So, and I'll say, like, I don't know. I know there is a hold, and so I guess that was a miscommunication on the emails back and forth. That's the one I was addressing after the felonies, is that I didn't know if she already intended to have a number set in the out of county, or if it was already like if there was already a defense attorney there that was addressing it.
What's the other hold, eh?
That's the issue. I was trying to look it up the other day, and I don't know because I couldn't find it on the FBI number search or the NCIC search. But
I mean, it could be a capital murder case. I mean, how do I
no,
know?
well,
You know,
it didn't flag. Let me run it one more time, Judge.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me just run it also.
while I'm waiting, Ricardo,
Hey, Judge.
tell me.
Judge, I just need to speak with Amy about,
Hey, I gotta run. I have to go. So if you tell me who you have real quick.
Ms. Moss, can you step back so we can have Irma here for Mr. Fausto real quick?
She just, if you can translate for Mr. Frausto to Tracy that he needs a scram on his ankle. That's it.
Okay, so Day, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm looking at the holds. You may want to check with the clerks. I do not see an out-of-county hold. Now, I do see 2 out-of-state holds, one Jefferson Parish and one New Orleans Parish. I don't see 2 fugitive cases filed for you.
So the 071124, that it's on the left side on the CRT, it says OOC. So that's how I was looking at it, the out of county.
Well, you're saying my system shows differently. So
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you see any?
But if you want to check with the clerks, you can. I don't see
I
an
will.
out-of-county hold.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll do that right now.
OOC.
Defense just says out of state.
I just see 2 out-of-state cases.
Agreed.
That's it. One out of Jefferson Parish and one out of New Orleans
Okay.
Parish.
I just emailed Melissa on the one I'm referring to.
Oh, C court.
Okay, where? What is that?
Oh, I got it.
If I'm reading it wrong, then I'm reading it wrong. But I just saw the OOC on the side of the 071124.
So she does have an out-of-county?
It's in out of county, but it hasn't been created.
Yeah, there's no information for us to see.
What is it?
Just as out of state. Like this is all.
There is an out-of-county case, but it just hasn't been processed yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, and it may be just too early yet. I just don't know.
Okay. I mean, and so that's why yesterday
I would say at a minimum, let's wait till tomorrow to give you time, and then I can get Melissa time to look at what the out-of-county is. Because I don't know what it is. There's definitely a case there. It just, I don't know if it's been processed yet.
You think we'll know by tomorrow, Judge?
I hope. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already did it once. Like I always do it.
Okay.
Contact somebody and figure it out.
Okay. She's gonna look into it now, Paria.
Okay, so roll to tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, no. Thank you, guys.
Poor Paria.
It's all right.
All right.
That's okay. Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow, man.
Bye.
All right. Ricardo.
Judge, may I approach
Come
real
on.
quick?
All right, so thank you for all who stuck around and looked at this trial. What did you think? I thought it was deplorable. You're not even thinking about your children, other people's children. You keep going back to jail over things that, like Judge Fleischer was like, if I let you out of here, basically you're going to be back. That's not verbatim, but that's what I'm saying. Because she keeps showing up on different charges. Of course, this is the first time I ever saw her, right? I don't know this lady. This is court. This is Zoom. But she is a career criminal who got different holes and bond holes. Let me say it right again. In different municipalities, she got a bond. Of course, this is Texas. She got a bond hole in Louisiana. She got another bond hole in a different municipality. It's just a bad set of circumstances. Your lawyer is on vacation with her family. She's taking time out of her day to try to help get you out of jail, and you can't get out of jail because the judge say, I'm scared. I don't even know what the bond is. It could be murder. I could be letting the murder out of jail. So he was like, nah, I can't do it. Right? I can't do it. But nevertheless, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we're going to keep pumping out these